everybody. Welcome to Jeff's Garage. I'm doing a project here on cabinet humidor. Now, as you might know, it does take some time to put one of these things together, and you definitely have to have some of the right tools. So in this series, I'm going to be showing you bits and pieces on how I'm putting together my cabinet humidor. Big cigar fan, enjoy working with wood. Pretty much I'm going to talk about in this first episode is preparing your Spanish cedar. One thing you have to know about Spanish cedar is that Spanish cedar is very hard to get in a great width. So a lot of the stuff that you're going to find is really no greater than 12 inches. 12 inches is what I found to be kind of a large one. There are some places on the website that advertise that they have bundles of 25 inch. So what I want to talk to you about is how to create a cabinet humidor. Through this series, we'll be talking about how to create your cabinet humidor. The steps I did, the process I went of getting all the Spanish cedar that you'll see that I'm going to show to you in this episode today. And then in the end, if you are interested in purchasing a humidor, I'd be more than happy to build one to your specifications once you see my work and how I put it together. If you're interested in that, I'll give you some information in the very final episode that we tape here. Not sure how many episodes it's going to be because there's a lot of work to it. All right, so right now I'm going to talk to you about what you have to have in order to put the humidor together. Spanish cedar is very difficult to find. I'm here in Southern California. 2 places carry it. Rockler Woods, you can normally get it over on the internet, but Real Lumber in Riverside and Real Lumber in Los Angeles, they're pretty much the 2 that carry it. I've had to go about 3 different times to Real Lumber in Riverside to get the amount that I needed, and then you'll see some of the stuff I've purchased online probably years back and still finally got the courage to start this project. So with further ado, let me show you some of the wood that I'll be working with, and I'll explain to you a little bit of where I got it from. First off, what I purchased online. These are 12 inches, or I'm sorry, about 19 to 20 inches in length, an inch depth. Very difficult cut to find. Normally a lot of the stuff that you'll find is 3/4. So I have 4 of these pieces. This is going to be set up as my background. They're all about 12 inches to 12 1/4 wide. So the height of the cabinet will be about 48 to 52 inches, somewhere around there. The other stuff that I've purchased online are these things right here. These are pretty much 1/4 inch boards that I purchased, about 6 inches wide. Got these online through the years. Just been collecting them. Vary in different lengths. These are going to serve as my shelves. The stuff that I've purchased from Real Lumber are these boards right here. These are about 6 inches, 4 to 6 inches wide. Now the thing about Spanish cedar is that Spanish cedar normally is a smaller tree. So getting it in greater lengths is pretty difficult. And then the other thing is making sure that they're all square as well, because like these boards right here had to be cut with the table saw to square them up. They start at like 9 inches on one end and go to like 8 and 5/8 on the other end. So pretty much that was the first step that I did today. Was I cut my rear boards to the depth that I'm going to need them, or to the width, I'm sorry, that I'm going to need them, and then also plane down my sideboards because I don't have thick boards. What you end up having to do is put them together, splice them together. Right now I have them glued, and later on I'll show you the finished product of when I screw them together and make sure they hold together. But this board right here, this is about 14 1/2 inches wide. This is the depth that I'm going to have my humidor. It's going to be, and the board is 4 feet long, 48 inches long. So it's not going to be too tall of a humidor, about 48 to 52 by the time I put some molding and some finishing touches on it. Great office piece. Probably could have made it a little bit longer, but like I said, most of the boards that you're going to find do come in 8-foot pieces. Sometimes you get 10-foot, but normally those are the narrow boards. So today on my first day, what I did in conclusion is pretty much prepped all my wood to be glued together first, and then we're going to put some dowels and screw these boards together to make sure they hold. So anyways, hopefully you enjoy this series, and I'll be coming back with you for probably a few more series down the road. Hi everybody, welcome back to Jeff's cabinet humidor project. Just wanted to update you on some of the stuff that I've been doing with the cabinet humidor. Come a little bit of a ways. So in this episode, just wanted to show you how you can prep your Spanish cedar and show you how you can get ready to put it together. Last time, as we talked about the difficulty in finding width that was the correct width in order to put the Spanish cedar together. So in this episode, what I want to do is show you what I've done as far as putting it together, and then we're almost to the point of assembling our humidor. Right now, I'll show you the back piece and what I've done. This is going to be the very back of the humidor. Okay, as you'll notice, it's 4 different pieces of wood, and this is an inch thick Spanish cedar. So it's pretty thick. It's rough sanded right now. It's got to still go through the final sanding, but this is the very back that nobody's going to see. So right here, if you notice, I have four different sections together. You can probably tell that in the picture. And what I've done is I've drilled holes in the side. Now these are pre-drilled holes, and then I sink, I don't know if you could see that, but there's a screw that's sunk in. And I did that on each side, going in one direction, going downward direction on this side, and then the upward direction going on the other side. Now before doing this, all the pieces were glued together. So that I have they're glued together and then they're screwed together as well. This just makes it even more sturdy. And the way you want to set it up is where this piece will be drilled into the side, using the side boards, and the bottom board will drill in through this side as well. So there are several different ways where it's going to be held strongly together. These are 2-inch screws that are drilled in approximately 1/4 of an inch, and then they're drilled into the following board down this way. Now you've got to pre-drill these holes because the Spanish cedar is kind of a tough wood. And let me show you real quick the easiest way to do it. Now what I did was I took a drill bit that was the size of the head of the screw. For me it was 1/4 inch. Most screws are that size. And what you want to do is you want to start off by drilling straight in. Now once you drill in a certain ways, you're just going to take the screwdriver and tilt it upward going in. This will automatically create this effect of where it gives you an angle. Now what you'll want to do is you'll want to take that drill bit out, and then you're only going to go in probably about 1/4 of an inch, like I said, and then you're going to drill another hole inside of that hole that's about the 1/8 of an inch to assist and make sure that you don't split the wood. And this will also allow you to sand it smoothly in the end, and you'll never see the screws. You'll be able to cover them if you want. These right here will be hidden on the side, so you'll never see these. Now these were done just for extra support in the back. Being that you only had a screw on each side, I felt that it was kind of necessary to drill screws through the middle. These are about 1.5 inch screws, and I've done one about every 3 or 4 inches, 3 in each of the boards, all the way up. So this gives you a very sturdy board and should last quite a while. On this side, as you can see, because the boards are together, you are going to have some creases that are seen. So you can tell the different variety of the wood And this isn't even finished sanded here, so it's going to turn out really nice. But right here, I haven't sanded the putty yet, so you can still see how I've puttied in between the holes. And I'll show you the finished project later that you won't be able to see it at all. I'll take you to the sides and show you what I've done. On the sides, what I wanted to do was I'm trying to stay away from putting any metal inside of the humidor whatsoever. So what I've done is I've drilled slots in, as you can see this right here. This is a 1/4-inch slot for my 1/4-inch shelves that are going to just slide directly into this area, and they won't need to be screwed in at all or anything. So I want 3 shelves. My cabinet's going to be 4 feet tall, a little bit more, about 50 inches. And this top part right here is going to actually have a small shelf, probably about a 2.5-inch shelf. And then the rest of, I want 3 shelves to be able to store my boxes or loose cigars. I haven't really decided if I'm going to build some more different dividers for, you know, those bundle cigars that you get. Haven't really decided that yet. So I've got my left side and right side done with that. These 2 pieces were glued together. As you can still see some of the glue that's on there that will come off when you finish sanding. Again, as the other one, you can tell that I've drilled these 2 pieces together at the top just to make sure that they stay nice and sturdy. Over on this side, you can tell that this is going to be my side, the side that shows on the outside. So what I've already done is I've pre-drilled my holes so that the screws will be sunk in, and I'll be able just to patch that up, and once it's stained, you'll never even notice that there was a hole there. That's pretty much what I've done. I've got the bottom and the top finished as well. They've been glued together, and I'm pretty much ready to start putting things together. This is kind of a unique humidor because if you notice, if you look online and some of the humidors that are out there, they're all covered with a different type of either veneer or wood that's on the outside, and most people only use Spanish cedar that's 1/8 of an inch thick just to cover the inside. This is going to be a humidor that's strictly built with Spanish cedar. The moldings, everything is going to be strictly Spanish cedar. So hopefully you stay tuned. The next time I see you, hopefully you'll be able to see how I put it together, and we'll be getting close to a finished project. The next time we get together, you should be able to see something that's a little more sanded down, and you'll see the box. It'll be unfinished, but I'll show you the box and how I put it together on our next episode.